How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Fear and Hunger. I think I'm just sticking with where I am. But on our previous little save there, managed to throw down a nice little sleep unexpectedly at the top of this tower. Decent progress made. I'm going to switch back to the past. There's only two different times you can go to, and I'm losing track of them already. It feels probably immediately wasteful to run back up the tower. At least I don't have to worry about torch management at this exact moment, but like I need to go find out. I have to investigate it at least once just to know if there's any need for me to ever revisit the top of this tower outside of that single save. And the room is filled with meat-eating flies. And there's no longer a portal. There's nothing but this lone bed in the room. This room feels somewhat safe. Should I potentially... Well, it just said rest. It didn't say save and rest. So that's interesting. Like, maybe that's always a thing, that there's ways that can be used at additional time? I got questions. I'm uncertain. I don't know what all I could achieve that would then make it feel worthwhile to go, like, back and forth, back to that, like, go do a bunch of stuff and then come back there and throw down a save. Maybe? But like it's quite isolated. This area that I'm walking around in doesn't really seem connected. Although there's obviously got to be a way to get at those chests. So there's got to be a way to get down to the streets below this. So yet there's a big passageway. So I gotta think about down on that tier below. I'll go back down to there. I'll ignore where everyone's walking, because you guys are walking towards some freaky ass shit. This guy's just clipping through the stairs. He's doing his own thing. Okay, so that time to see if any of this anywhere is a path. Shit. All right. Well, that was too obvious, I guess. And I know if I go back down, then that's like the entrance of the city, and that definitely wasn't anything. So how I get there is seemingly not anywhere near as simple as I thought. I didn't pray to the statue. Maybe I should have went back and did that. I don't know. Oh shit. I think I am down to no torches. I realize that I've been here before to having this few torches, but still is a little jarring. I don't want to fight you. I don't like the amount that you're like moving around. We don't have to fight. What is the consequence to not fighting? Is there any? I don't want any. Why do I find so much silver? I have no use for this. Find a scroll of thievery. The longsword thing. Oh yeah, I do have that still. Scroll of thievery. Learn the secret of the art of stealing and pickpocketing. Little girl, you little street urchin. I bet you'd be a good pickpocket. I'm gonna toss it your way. What does it cost? Steal from the rich and give to yourself. I don't wanna. I wonder which enemies are worth stealing from, because they're not all gonna have a scroll of the longsword again. Yeah, they're not all gonna have useful. They're not gonna be carrying around gear and money and whatnot. Not that I even want money anyways. I would, if I knew I could steal a potion or something, that would be huge. It's too soon to be eating hungry again. It just took me so damn long to get back to the tower to save in. I had been hanging on to things like eggs for the day, kind of trying to hang on to, for the assumption that someday I would find a recipe for a veggie pie, or like that, some sort of thing like that was relatively common in Termina, to Or at least it was in my run. But I'm getting none of that. That's totally a doorway. Going back through there is going to be risky. The temple square seems a bit more refined than the rest of the city. Church money, man. Let's quickly raid a stash. I don't like that. Why? Even this thing has its dick out? That's insane. Go, 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 guys. You're getting stuck. Uh-oh. Is this blastable? No. That's definitely a time thing. Like, if I went back to the past, then surely that wouldn't still be there. I better run from where that thing came from, because I feel like that path opening... Are those on the same level as me? Oh, okay, great. Let's investigate this. Nothing. Alright, big freaky spider guy, though. Don't really want to fight that. Avoiding that. I'll just follow all my pals. They've never led me astray. They know what they want out of life. It doesn't look too good in here. Oh, a journal of a prisoner. All I wanted was to resurrect her. I loved her so. But now I am but a prisoner waiting for my miserable end. Hope we will once again meet. Joined in the afterlife. The handwriting in the journal itself looked like several hundred years old. You can tell that just from the writing? Who knew you were... I guess I did know. I was going to say, who knew you were so smart and well-read and everything, but no, that's like his whole thing. The bookshelves tower you on all sides. Torch. More whiskey. That eye is obviously freaking me out a little bit. Why? What is the secret? Why won't it work? What is this freaky man in this jar? A water tank is set here. You can see a creature floating inside. The creature's got no eyes. You can peer to the darkness inside its eye sockets. Leave. First, I want to look at this. A pile of books, lots of topics. None of them catch your immediate attention. Purple vial. I genuinely don't know what that would be. I didn't expect that to be a door either. Purple vial. It's right there. Slowly working but potent poison. Okay, so you can just try and poison some fools. Peer. The darkness peers back at you. You feel shaken. I wonder if that takes a chunk out of your mind or anything like that. There are a lot of different ways to go all of a sudden. A statue of an eerie being. You're not sure if it's a human or not. No, I don't know if most things in this game are human or not. Okay. Little pile of those embryos. Random books left on the table. None catch your attention. I would like to go to a different time, please. One where there's not a bunch of embryos crawling around on the ground eating things. The smell of rotten paper fills the damp air. A small ritual circle is drawn here with what seems to be dried up blood. Anathomia. That's I already have that, right? That's the medical one. Oh shit! Is this the witch? The witch. Wow. This is. Ooh. I don't think I have a lot of hope here. Let's try and leg sweep. Oh, it would hit all enemies? Like, I'm going to assume this witch is hella strong. You know, maybe we can do some mage or something. It didn't even do damage. It just cut a limb off. Oh, right, shit, I don't have a weapon. I guess blast the head then. Maybe you just guard. I don't want to be wasting your maybe you try stealing. I don't want to waste things, you know, waste mind or anything I don't have to. Purifying talisman. So you totally can, like, there's no way that's what this thing dropped when you killed it. Like, maybe it could be, but no reaction. The Black Witch doesn't seem to have much meat on his bones. Has nothing of value. Maybe you could have grabbed the purifying talisman off of it, but like, I have no idea. I feel pretty accomplished beating that thing down, though. See, here's a bit of an interesting thing now, too. None of these bookshelves are going to be able to have anything. The bookshelf is simply stacked too full here. You can't find anything without collapsing the book piles and possibly destroying them in the process. So I'm thinking, like, none of that is going to work. An ancient painting. It has gotten moldy and disfigured because of the moist air. Oh shit, I can grab things off these shelves. Quite a bit, seemingly. I didn't get bit by a rat. Okay, absolute shitload of stuff to be found here. Studies of Almer. I've super duper lost track of what of this stuff is new to me. Weird little octopus man over there. Yes, that's okay. He looked like someone who might try and fight me. Do I feel the hunger hasn't tipped over to be a concern? I am tempted to swap these out right now. Because if I do have to fight that, maybe I can recover a little bit of mind for Wanda. Is that guy going to chase me every time I go through that? He might just be loose now. I got no idea. I don't know if I can go down to there. I might have to go inside and around. Oh, from the bottom there. You feel claustrophobic, even if the area is wide open. Ah, see, so I have to be using torches now. When it's in the present. This, the amount of different stuff I gotta juggle all of a sudden is kind of insane. This is a crazy part of the game. Light blue vial, that's huge. Small key. Nothing catching my eye. This guy looks like he's in rough shape. A lone figure is left here. The pose of the figurine is puzzling. Various tools of alchemy placed in an orderly manner. A thick growth is sticking firmly to the wall beneath it. There's no way through it. Oh, shit, there's like a mannequin thing over there. Oh, wait, this is interesting. Because this is the room where the guy was in the jar, right? Is that something to be fought? The lone figurine is left here. The pose of the figurine is puzzling. Okay, so jeez, I'm a little bit baffled by kind of everything right now. I guess what I do want to do next is I want to investigate. Oh shit, there's all that. I'm gonna go where the weird squid guy is. Basically the mind flayer or whatever this. I'm pretty sure you fight these in Termina. The greater mumbler waves her bell gently. I swear it's not identical, but the bulbous head is really similar to an enemy type in that game, and it's has me really curious if it's meant to be like the same sort of thing, the same type of enemy. That does take a pretty good chunk of mind, but it is a strong ass skill, so I'm gonna give it a try. Okay, blow that off. Chop the other arm off. Hell yeah! The mumbler's head explodes on you. It does damage. Ooh. Nothing of value. Maybe that's a stomp-worthy enemy. No reaction. Outer shell feels hard. Something written here. I refuse. This cannot be the limits of my mind. I refuse. I'm having decent luck with these coin flips. Nah, of course not when I say it. The tailed pocket cat 2, which I already have. If I find somewhere that has some nice steady light to stand in, I want to stop and read some of the many, many books I've been gathering up. You're getting paranoid because of fear. Oh, shit. How long have you been poisoned for? Yep, the mind is tanking. Pretty hard, actually. Let's smoke a bit of the ope. Do you spend a pipe? You don't. So I just have a shitload of those. Okay, well, I guess if I've given you that, then you no longer need this. Sometimes going through that feels so wildly inefficient. Darcy has an empty stare and bags under her eyes. She's not looking very good. That's also from the mind tanking, I assume. Maybe, what if you just smoked some tobacco? You were down at, was it 35, I think? So it recovers 30. It's decent. It's pretty good. Studies of Grogaroth. More freaky-ass mannequins. Damn. I'm very nervous when you get bit by a rat when that happens. Nothing worthwhile. This is a bit of a part of the game where, like, I'm gonna have to replay this and search these shelves like 70 different times, aren't I? So I one of these times I'll stop and like do all of my light reading I got lined up for myself. But I'm looking forward to progressing past it. Another little ritual circle that doesn't seem to be of any immediate anything. More figurines whose poses are like surprising to you. Another one of these doors that we don't know how to get through. Okay, we know how to get around to here. Blue vial. Pretty huge. Something written. I'm frustrated. Is there truly no solution? So frustrated. I think I'll go see my mannequins. That's freaky, man. Don't be having relationships with them. Quit everyone being so weak. A dusty globe made of marble. It seems to depict the world map, but some of those continents are unknown to you and to the rest of civilized world. So we got some explorers out here. A pillar full of books about topics such as botanical practices, occult, and confusing rites performed in ancient times. The books are written in languages you cannot understand, so there's little to no reason carrying them around. None catch your attention. It looks like there's light out here, but there really isn't. I don't know if this is a reasonable place to stop and read. This is a new one. Maybe I've found it before, but I think it might be new. To give room for new generations, for new trees to grow and usher, the prior forest needs to be burnt down. Such is the rule of creation. Creation and destruction. One does not exist without the other. The destruction is called Grogaroth, the destroyer of men. A man fears destruction because a man gets accustomed to peace and quiet. The man grows fat and afraid of change. But change is inevitable, just as is Grogaroth. But there is no need for fear, as the destruction is of pure kind. It does not target one man specifically, it just exists. Interesting note on Grogaroth, he is curious kind, more so than many of the other older gods. To relieve the feelings of fear, Grogaroth wears bodies and skin of men and women alike. He might still be walking among us, masked under the skin of people and hanging bodies, blessing us with his blood magic. Guy's a freak, as are many of them. I've definitely read that one. The Assassin's Handbook might be new. Might be. That's how you skin things, so that I have definitely read. Captain's Diary 2. I don't know if I ever read the sequel. It was a mistake to take this position in these dungeons. It's next to impossible to keep any order among the troops here. There are powers at play here that we as mere mortals cannot fight against. I've come to accept the madness. A naked prisoner crucified on a sacrificial statue with his guts hanging out. Just another day in the dungeons. I think I have read this. It's basically just everything is going to absolute hell. It's bad news. So I'm pretty confident I read that one. The Passages of Mahabharata. This will be new. The pages start telling you stories of past ages. Oh. Wait, a cutscene? A blinding golden light colors the ancient city. Feels like you fell asleep almost. As you open your eyes, a new world is upon you. Oh shit, what? I didn't expect to have control. And I can still open my menus? You see forms taking shape in the sunlight. You recognize the forms as the new gods. The beings trying to replace the old world order. Francois, the dominating one, looks at you with an intense look in his squinty eyes. He seems humored by your presence in this ancient landscape. A mortal to take a step into the realm of gods. You can almost feel a sense of nostalgia from his twisted smile. The rest of the new gods seem less interested in you. The tormented one notices you. He radiates deep past traumas and torment, and you feel disgusted by just his mere presence. What he wants from you remains a mystery. You feel cold sweat running down your back under his intense stare. Let us meet again. The forms fade into the rays of sunlight. What? The whole city reeks rotten and the cold sun rays burn your skin. I'm like permanently transported to a new area? I'm flummoxed. I have no grasp on. This is a new area. Like, I for sure have not seen any of this shit. What? Find a talisman. The ever-watching talisman. Ever-watching talisman. An ever-watching eyes taking care of you. It seems to relieve your feelings of fear and terror. That sounds like some shit that maybe Darcy could benefit from. Because I have ways of replenishing mind and body already. I do already have that. Like, maybe that'll still... Okay. I didn't expect that to just be fully cut off. I'm thrown off very aggressively. Your presence here is starting to fade. What? Oh my god. Okay. Five tinder boxes. Blue vial. Okay, so this is a unique area just built around, like, go gather resources as quickly and aggressively as you can, I think. You start hearing and smelling things from the real world. The spider-like creature lying here, you're not sure if it's alive or not. Find an ale. Whoa. The passage of Mahabharata turns to dust as you return to this world. That was so unexpected, but so cool. I got quite a bit of stuff off of there, actually. I'm very, very intrigued in so many ways. The Fellowship. This book tells the tale of the legendary fellowship that would be known to this day as the New Gods. I'm bummed that it's chapter 2. I might not even read it right now. And Natural Doctrine, chapter 2 as well. I don't really like reading them out of order. But I guess I will. The Fellowship, Chapter 2. The Fellowship found their way to the ancient tombs that would lead them to their confrontation with the older gods. The Fellowship persisted through the numerous hazards and dangers the older gods threw at them. Eventually, all five of them would reach the Golden Gates of Mahabharata. The very same gates Almer ascended from 800 years prior. It seemed like the Fellowship had bested all the challenges gods laid for them, but at the most crucial moment, a seed of doubt was planted into the mind of the fifth one. The Forgotten One was a scholar of many arts and sciences, and as such, believed what was laid before eyes. The older gods would use this to their advantage and create a grand lie. A lie about the greater scheme of things. A grand lie told of the way the older gods directed the flow of mankind, that many had gone before the same trials as the Fellowship, yet nothing had changed for the better for men as eons went by. The suspicion created a drift between the Fellowship. In the end, the 4 other members proceeded with the initial mission, trusting fate and glory that was just inches away from them. The Fellowship tore down the legacy of the old gods and created a new world order, an age where mankind decided their own fate, an age of growth and prosperity. The Fellowship became the new gods we know and love today. So they just became gods? The Forgotten One was never seen or heard. The fifth one simply disappeared in the dusts of time. Very interesting. Nature Doctrine 2. For my starting point, I've set my aims to create a worker class being, similar to the clay figures of ancient times. There is one clear flaw in the design of the clay figurines, however. They are seemingly eternal beings. Only as they get damaged over time do they eventually perish. I do not believe my creations, my children, so to speak, should ever outlive me, their creator, their father. That is why I decided to create the life form from the very same fabric fragile humans are created from, flesh. The silhouette of the form is very sturdy in order to carry on the working duties. I was able to combine existing matter into one, and the life form has gotten its shape already. The hairiness is a side product of mold. It doesn't serve any obvious purpose, but I suppose it could keep the form warm in more colder climates as well. I was able to achieve this form rather easily, and there doesn't seem to be any immediate flaws in its design either. Before going further with my studies, I decided to test different approaches as well. Besides organic matter, I decided to work in creating mechanical life. Mechanical structures are far more simple than those created from flesh, so the figurine was ready in just a few years. Figurine's not strong enough for physical labor, nor do I need another one for the same purpose, so I repurposed them for my pastime pleasure. I have already achieved all this in a matter of a few years. I can only imagine what I'll be able to achieve with the eternity I have before me. Valteil. So there's some master engineer who's maybe created many of the monstrosities and machines and things that we see. Statue of an eerie being, you're not sure if it's a human or not. So this is the same, it's a bigger version of the statue we've seen elsewhere. You hear a slight hum as you look into the depths of its eyes. And cut off, can't go down that way. An amazing amount of information all of a sudden. A statue of a man that has features resembling people from Eastern sanctuaries. The man has a especially vile look on his face. Big old sourpuss. The statue of the new god, Valteil, the enlightened one. Oh shit, okay, so Valteil became a god. And I'm pretty sure I worship Valteil. Or if not worship, that's like my alignment or whatever, is enlightened. But they became an old god and then started their extreme amounts of research. Oh my god, this area is huge and I'm only exploring it right now in the one time. I can go through all of this again in a different time, which is kind of mind-blowing. You can run past them. That's good news. I don't know how reliable that is. I don't know if that's what I can always do. I don't know if I can climb these ones that didn't have anything a moment ago. It's freaking me out that now there's more of those mannequins, and they look like the kind that can wake up and attack you. These eyes are freaking me out. There's a lot of things that are have me on edge right now. It's really stacking up against me. I'd like to skip past those, please. Oh, those little babies are just trucking around now. There's another one off to the left there. The girl's looking for some comfort from you. She's seemingly distressed. Yes, that makes sense. I don't think anyone is in a very good place right now. Oh, that's what it meant by the overgrowth, cutting that off. And what is this way? Oh no. This is we've been here. This is where we've been. I'm almost certain of it. I don't want to waste a torch, so I'm assuming that I'm remembering that correctly. This is, oh my god. What so these are the clay flesh mechanical beings? Human, I am to grow to become a warrior. I want to become the same as the big brother. I will watch over this city as its guardian one day. I will stand idle guarding the gates of the eternity. I wonder if this is who we meet. Have mercy on me when we meet then. I will show no mercy, as neither does the big brother. Well, shit. Thought I had a little bit of an in there. Human? It is a rare audience. Are you just a tourist, or are you here for trading? Who are you? Me? I am what you would call the chief. At least in current times, chief figurines come and go. What is this place? You are and I am in the city of the gods, Mahabra. This is where the gods used to reside once upon a time. Where did they go? I don't know. Do you? Well, no, not really, no. You can trade, though? I believe in knowledge and enlightenment. That is why I got a selection of books to pass my time. I have so many coins. I really, really, really wish that you could sell me a book of enlightenment, but Alchemelia is kind of huge. And now all of a sudden that was like all my money, and all those times I found money that there wasn't anything to do with them are have been cut off, you know, like, so at least I will be able to learn some potion crafting here. But like, man, I certainly would have had like 150 gold. Like, I probably could have bought both books if the stack was higher than 100. So I got a little bit hosed on that, if you ask me. Oh, it's not even quite making the potions, is it? Oh, wait, it is. Maybe I shouldn't have... whatever. We have a combination of things. I've made multiple things. I don't even know anymore. I don't know if I think the decisions I just made now are wise or not. An intimidating figure is standing tall here. Human. I am what they call the Guardian. I was created to defend this city with my life. I am to look after the city until the king returns to this land. Yes, the king will return one day. He is the one who created this city. Where did he go? Not my concern. I was just created to guard the city. What about you? Can I interrupt you? Busy figurine. I'm sorry I'm busy. What are you doing? Work. Work is the reason we were created. The gods created us. Who are you? I am but a worker. That is all I am. And what is this place? Gods wanted us to build this city for them. Or not for them, but in a way for them. They have a purpose for the city. I'm guessing I can't get at his crate or anything. I might as well keep exploring in the current time. Spider shield. What do I think that is? A iron shield with an insignia of a black spider. The shield is light to use and offers good protection. Is it better than, like, your buckler? It is. Oh, right. You can't hold one because you have only the one arm. Sorry about that, girl. Hunger is driving you mad. Oh my god, your hunger tanked aggressively. And I have a couple raw meats. I do have a grilled meat. Okay, so that's something. I had not realized how aggressively starved everyone had become. Except for Yusuf, keeping it lean. That's brutal, though. I have no idea if or when I should be throwing down a save. Like, I'm so kind of overwhelmed by the enormity of everything. Like, my options of where to go and what to do in 2 different timelines. It's a lot. I'll just raw dog that one. Blue vial. I have a pretty good supply of healing items. That is one thing that has definitely gone well for me here. And now, especially now that I can make them too. The girl's hand is shaking. She looks absolutely terrified. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, this is good news. I'm sorry, little girl. I don't know if going between these areas... That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. But I don't know if going back and forth between those is in some way somehow adding to her fear. Can I run back there and throw down a save in the different time? Is that something that I could be doing? Like, that has potential as a plan. And I could save my crafted Book of Enlightenment again. Oh, This fight will certainly begin after I grab whatever that is, right? Yep. I think run, though. This seems like something I don't want to deal with. Everyone's mind is kind of in like a bad place. Okay, good. Let's just cruise. We certainly have time to check 5-6 urns. Why not? Really? I guess we do, though. Oh, shit. The dungeons feel dingy and unsafe, but you could have a brief respite here if you chose to do so. I mean, spend a lucky coin, just found it, and throw down an alternate save. I think we've reached a point where, like, okay, you have so many saves. Like, the first 5 of these, or 4, maybe 5, are, like, I think probably no longer needed. I have like a distinct feeling that I've kind of advanced past those in a way that I'll never need to come back to it. But I guess I might as well keep throwing down saves. There's so many save slots. I was planning to start overwriting some as I felt like confident that they were no longer needed. But I don't really think that's the case anymore. So I think I'm just going to keep pushing it. Maybe it's time for her to smoke a little crack. I don't really care right now at this exact moment because I have that save and I'm kind of just... Maybe you do use up your pipes because I got nothing. I got the opium. There's the pipe. Okay, there we go. But I managed to click the wrong button. Opium. Yep, we're getting you hooked on the good stuff. The lonely hallways echo with something of the past age. Fear seems like such a distant emotion. Ugh, I'm ruining these people. Okay, so these are all viable for farming some materials. Okay, we got the shark teeth now too. That, like, it doesn't matter. I guess I'm confirming that those are things that you can even rifle through at all. But realistically, I'm just trying to learn what is where. That can't be fought. I was hopeful for that a little bit, that I would have a new farming opportunity. Very bloody looking over here. Not great. There's a creature hanging on the chains. I will poke it. No reaction. In the present, maybe that thing will have the possibility to, like, attack. I am curious what's over there. Okay, dead end. Oh wait, it's useful when that's the case, that there aren't just like infinite the feeling of like infinite options everywhere I try to go. But I did walk straight past where like the guardians were and stuff. There was the opportunity. Oh my god, you're getting freaked out now too. There was the chance to change the time back there. So this is all like safe and good and chill. Happy days in the city of gods. But oh my god, okay, and there's another one. So I went through all of that. Shivering, you don't know if it's fear or cold. And I've just looped back around though. So definitely the time switching is important here. Because like it's quite a loop that you end up walking through. So we better learn what the difference is. Like the chains. Alright, that's gonna have one of those scarabs. The back alleys give an impression of a violent past. Torches just aren't lit. I'll give the beacon a quick light. So realistically, it is probably worth going through things once in the past to gather up supplies. But maybe it's rare that you actually are doing things in... I don't even know anymore. I'm losing faith in some of these thoughts. But the past is probably usually for very specific puzzle solving and things. I'm thinking mostly. Oh shit. I have to loop around. Oh yeah, because I cut that off. That's the way I would have went, right? The changing layout, or mostly just, you know, things shifting between being cut off and not. Right. I ran away from this because I'm definitely going to get attacked there. All right, we escaped that. I did run straight into a wee little spider, a cave spider. I have strong assumptions that there is more going on with this than I would assume. Nah, that concerns me. I don't like that. Alternate skeleton. Like, I thought I was going to kill that spider and then something bigger and meaner would show up. So it might have just been the difference of whether or not you can take this lower path. That is still boarded up. Is that guy still going to be chained to the wall? That would be hellish. A scarab again. Couldn't avoid it that time. How well am I able to run from one of these things? Nice work. Ooh. No reaction still. The scarab only followed so far. Hell yeah. Okay. This makes finding that alchemelia when I did feel so much more important. The difference that makes is kind of insane. These guys are kind of fucked though, because I think, again, I will just be going back to that save, but I kind of wanted to see. There's no way talking to it is a thing, right? Like, that just feels a little insane. You try talking to the wicked thing. Wait, we don't have to fight. Master, this is true. We insects must stick together. Oh shit, yeah, my master of insect stuff. And now what? Ooh, you talk our language, master? The city, it's our home. It has been since the beginning. Well, shit. That is a thing that is very, very low-key, maybe worth going back for, to recover Wanda's weapon. But I would really have to be careful about inspecting those saves to see if there is... Oh, yeah. That just makes me want to go and check and see when I lost the weapon and whether or not it's worth going back a full save, but I feel like there were other useful things that I gained. I don't know. Talking can sometimes get you out of uncomfortable situations. Oh, no, that's just how it's referred. For a second, I thought that was like a hint. No, it straight up is a thing. It's just how it describes talking. I'll ask it other things. What is your origin? Oh, you talk our language, master. This is a curious thing. We're on the same side. Okay, so there you go. It's notably easy to shut those guys down. I would like you to no longer block my path. It doesn't matter, though. I'm resetting. But the amount of different options I have of how to proceed through this game in a very short amount of time, just a couple hours of playing, is really awesome, actually. After having such a ridiculous hard cutoff of progressing, getting to the moment immediately before this seemingly like second part of the game, really struggled. And who knows, maybe I'm coming in really, really light on supplies because of how I approached all that and insisted on sticking with this save. But all of a sudden I'm feeling a bit of momentum. And that feels really good and is really rare in this game. And I can still make my own Book of Enlightenment. So the options available in front of me are really exciting right now. The way I'm stacking up these recordings, I'm going to easily get ahead of you, viewers. And so that's a little bit of a bummer because, like, this is a point in the game where I'm still exploring things really randomly and all over the place, and I have a lot of different ways I can spend that time. But it's very, very quickly gonna reach a point in time where, like, I probably am gonna need a bit of advice, and I'm a little bit up against the clock. I leave for a little trip, just a little break, in like 11 days. And it might end up working out where, like, I get interrupted in recording this and it has to wait for like weeks, and I really don't want that to happen. I want to complete this run before I'm gone. So anyway, you guys don't need to hear all about that. I'm excited about where this currently is, and we'll see how far I can take it. Oh, is that the thing that grew hair that they was talking about? I kind of feel like it is. Freaky monsters, man. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon.